Alaya from Alaya Books. I'm here today to help you get that book of your dreams started. So many of us have an amazing book idea, and the thing is, we have to share our stories with the world. So I would just love to help you on this journey. Let's get motivated and make this your time to get your book done.
If you have a writing idea but are not sure where to start, this workshop is for you.
Many people who want to write feel daunted by the thought of where to start. The idea of writing itself is just so far out of their daily routine, and the idea of writing a book is such a huge task. And you know what this is? It's the famous writer's block. We all have our minds filled with amazing writing ideas, but we can easily find so many excuses why not to start writing. So first of all, in this video, let's try to curb any negative thought patterns you have very quickly and get you writing. So first of all, what are the motivations for writing? We as a human race need to share our stories. The way we learn is through each other. So your story, no matter whether it's fiction or non-fiction, has the ability to touch another person's life. No matter how great or how humble the story, the reader will be left with an impression.
If you have story ideas in your head that are itching to be told, please put pen to paper or fingers to keyboard. From that moment on, you are officially a writer. A writer doesn't need to write every day or have a completed manuscript. A writer is someone who feels the urge to write, and they write.
Start writing the way that comes most naturally. That's going to be the easiest for you, and that's the way it should be done. You should be writing how you speak. That's your authentic author voice. So nurture that voice and put your thoughts and your expressions just how you would speak on the page. So what blocks a lot of people, potential writers, is that they feel there are rules as to how to write. Should you be sitting at your computer with no distractions? That can work for some, but the best way to write is however inspires you and however comes most naturally. Writing tools are so important. For example, are you a journaler? Or do you like the computer, iPad? Just see what comes naturally to you and choose that method. They say that handwriting is one of the most creative ways to do it, the traditional pen to paper. My personal favorite is to have an absolutely gorgeous journal with smooth pages, and then I get a pen that just flows really easily. You know how some, they just sort of glide on the paper, and then that really excites me.
Your computer or iPad are good options because there is nothing to transcribe later, and you can create documents that go into your computer folders, so it's very organized. You can write in Word or Pages, but there are also special programs for writers such as Scrivener. This can help keep your writing and any related files in chapter or topic order. These programs can be really helpful to arrange your information and keep it organized.
And what is an absolutely amazing tool now for people on the go is the dictation function. So basically, I have an iPhone, so I go into Notes, and instead of writing, I press the microphone option. And I'm talking, and all the words are just coming up on the page, and it's so amazing. So I can get so much writing done so quickly, and I just go in and edit it afterwards. And people ask, where should I start? What should I start writing? Just write. Write, write, write. Later on you will edit. Later on you will put the information into order, chronology, if that's how the book is going to go. But the most important is to get words on the page. Don't worry about the sequence. Also, the first rounds of editing you will do yourself, so don't worry about who's going to read this. At this stage, it's for your eyes only. Let loose and write anything that comes up.
If you are writing a memoir, write down your memories, thoughts, emotions, anything that comes up in any order. If you are writing fiction, for example, one day you could flesh out a character description. Write whatever inspires you that day.
And then you're probably wondering, when should I write? Should it be 6 a.m? Should it be at like 11 p.m? Or in the middle of the day? It's really up to you. Everybody has a different routine. Some people are morning people. I'm not. I usually do much better writing at night. I've written a lot of my books at midnight. This is very, very individual. If you're working in an office, maybe it's lovely at lunch break just to go outside, take your journal and have those moments to yourself. Everybody has to write when it's comfortable. The thing is, you need to make this as easy as possible for yourself, and if you start setting yourself too many rules or limitations or trying to do something that you've read worked really well for a different author, that might not be your way. Find your comfort zone, find the hours in the day that work for your routine, and this might change every few months. Be fluid with it, just let it flow, but do try to write a little bit every day. That would be really, really good.
There are no rules with writing, like you have to do 20 minutes a day. Always remember, it is better to write than not to write. So even if you have just a 5-minute window, why not jot down some ideas?
So where should you write? This is a really interesting question. What do you think? Like, a lot of the time we're so tempted to we've got a desk, write at our desk. But what other work are you doing at your desk? If at your desk is where you do all of your office work, maybe it's good to disconnect. Take your computer to a cafe somewhere, I don't know, with a fantastic ambient that gets all of the creative juices flowing. See what inspires you. Again, you've just got to do what gets you motivated and what gets you excited. It seems that many writers feel the need to be out and about when they write. So try a few different places and see where you're most productive and inspired.
Take a moment to see how you feel when you read these options. If an option grabs your attention or makes you smile, why not try it?
This fantastic book idea, and what I suggest is write down all the ideas you have randomly, not in order at all, but any kind of moment that you think, that'll be a fantastic scene, or I have to include that character. If you're writing about a true story, just put down all of the events. What's good just to write, put it all down, is because we do forget things. So this is fantastic just to jot the memory. And if it's fiction too, these ideas, they come through us and sometimes they just disappear. So please just write down your ideas as soon as you can in no apparent order.
It is highly recommendable to make a book plan, at least a rough one. Some chapter ideas, themes, and topics or scenes that you have in mind. Try to include everything that you can think of. Having a plan will make it easier to write your book because you will have direction, and it will also help you veering off track. And if you ever get stuck one day on what to write, you have this to refer to for ideas. Starting a book plan can be daunting, but as you will already have all those book ideas written down, consider it just a matter of moving them around and putting them in order. You can flesh out certain topics and your book will gradually start to take form.
There can be terrible days where the words just don't flow. We all get them, and that's okay. Days like that, it might be good to do a bit of, I call sort of writing tidying. So look at all your files, reread some of the writing that you've done, put them in order, brainstorm. It could be a good day to get organized with the book plan, revise the book plan as you go along. There always might be tweaks, ways to make things better. So don't force it, but just know that the next day or a few hours later, you can always try again. It might be the moment, and quite often it's just one bad day, like we all get, and then the next day you will be flowing again, and don't let it stop in your way. That's completely normal, and be very kind to yourself when you're writing. And if for any reason you do feel the blocks are just coming up too regularly, think again. Are you using the right method to write? Should you maybe switch to your laptop? Is the journaling getting to you, or vice versa? Switch to journaling for a while. Most important is you get information down. It doesn't, if you've chosen one favorite type of way to get the words on paper, it doesn't mean you always have to stick to that. Every day can be different. Most important, just do whatever's right. One day the cafe might be right, one day your office might be right. Switch things around. Don't be strict with yourself. Just keep flowing, keep changing, whatever works for you, and keep a positive mindset. You can do this, you want to do this, and get it done. So writer's block is one problem that we've already discussed, that so many writers have an issue with. The other one is procrastination. Oh my gosh, I can be such a procrastinator. I'll sit down to write and then I'm like, oh, I forgot to empty the dishwasher, or oh, that laundry needs doing. It's like, no, it's time to write. It's not time to organize the house. Because I write from home, it's so easy to be distracted. And this is also why sometimes it's good to go out to a coffee shop or somewhere where you just don't have all of these daily tasks in front of your eyes. So set yourself a window for writing, put it in your diary, and just do it. Treat it like the most sacred appointment that you have. Because if you really want to get this book done, which I'm sure you do, otherwise you wouldn't be watching this video, please just give yourself that time. You know what your schedule can do. You know how much time you should devote to it in any certain day. If you put it in your schedule, give yourself that time and do not get distracted. Put your phone on silent. Just do whatever you need to do to have that headspace to write for that period of time. Writing coaches can come in many different forms. If you have very specific writing goals and you really want to get there, it's fantastic to have them. They can be your accountability buddy. Not only will they help you create the book into the most beautiful form possible, but they will be there to say, did you do your 5,000 words in the last 2 months? You don't have to meet them all the time, but on a sort of regular few months, if that works your schedule, depends on your deadline and your needs. But I do think it can be a fantastic resource. I had one-on-one coaching when I started writing, and I just felt that they really just got the creativity out of me, which I wasn't confident to express. And that was nice. I couldn't have done it on my own.
Okay, so that's enough talk. Let's get writing. Grab your pen and a piece of paper or notebook, or use your computer if you prefer, and answer this question right now. What is your writing goal for the next 12 months? It's important you don't think about it too much. Write whatever comes to mind, even if it sounds crazy or unachievable. Remember, this is for your eyes only. So what is your writing goal for the next 12 months? And the next step will be to refer back to this regularly. Write it on a post-it note and put it on your computer or on your mirror. Write it somewhere that you can see it. That's your goal, and get it done.
I do hope that's been helpful and that you're motivated to get your book done. Please contact us at Alaya Books if there's anything we can do with you to help you on this journey.